floor.
I'll share a good quote. I just posted it because it was in my reading and I thought it was a really good one. And we can go wherever we want with that. But and it was by Isabel Huggin. The holes we leave for our daughters are for them to darn with the yarn of their own lives, just as we did, just as we are doing.
Yeah, that brings up a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, right? It did for me too. It really did, especially because so all of my children, even my sons are very accomplished in yarn craft. Like they're major knitters and they do it all. Knitting, crocheting, embroidery. Like I have a beautiful poncho my day. And like I have a meltdown if I have to crochet a chain. Like it is so not my thing. Like it never has been. And one of my biggest fears going back, like about homeschooling, about just even being a mother, like I feel like I was groomed for career and not for anything domestic at all. I mean, my mom was a reluctant homemaker and she wanted out of that. And as a result, like I would beg to learn little home eccy stuff and she was not having it. You know, it was kind of just a different time. And so as a result of that, I always felt kind of inadequate, especially in taking on homeschooling, you know, because back then people would say all the time, oh, your kids are going to have all these holes and gaps. And then I started thinking about it in terms of, so Terry, you'll be able to relate to this. I mean, you get a classroom full of little kids, you can't plug all their holes. Like, you know, they're leaving with holes too. It doesn't matter. You just show up and you do what you do. And I would always think about like, wow, these other parents, like they think they're dropping their child in my classroom and I'm going to do like a miracle thing. And that's not really how it goes. And I was just wondering, like, it makes me wonder in my life why it is we're so afraid to take responsibility. And I don't just mean like with education, but with anything, with our own kids. We always think somebody else is coming to fill our gaps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's just not so. And we don't have to fill every gap either.
No, that's what I love about that quote. It's, you know, it's their opportunity to darn the holes, to learn their gifts. Their journey isn't ours. And I think that for me was probably, as a mom, I wanted it to be my journey. I wanted to orchestrate it to be less stress, to be, you know, successful in my eyes and my mind. And that quote just opens up the whole concept that it's their journey and you're there to guide, you know, and to be an example and to provide resources. You know, I know that now, but
Right. Well, that's what I liked about the quote too. Like we're still doing.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I'm still doing that same thing. But I think of how many people, like really in the last 2 or 3 years, I've really started living my own life. And I think of how many people never do that. Every year that's given to them, they spend living somebody else's idea of what their life should look like.
yeah. Expectations. I mean, those expectations can, you know, they can just absolutely shrink you down to not anything like what you were meant to be, you know, and that's where expectations just can kill us, really, our own and others. And so putting those on my kids, they were my expectations, right? And I know that now. And like you said, I'm still being a mother. I will always be a mother. And I can set that. I've been able to surrender that. And now I feel like I am living my life and letting them live their life. And it's not too late. It's never too late. And I have all those grandkids and those great grandkids.
I know I'm sitting here like tapping my foot because I have one that should be making its appearance here anytime.
Yeah.
And she's just whenever. Yeah.
Oh,
I actually love that. I was very impatient like that. And Abigail is so not. She's just she's very godly in her orientation, and she just fully rests in this idea that God picked the perfect moment for so she's just so patient about it, and I don't have one bit of that bone. I just don't.
well, that makes her calm when the delivery comes, huh? Does she have pretty easy deliveries?
Yeah, she doesn't even have a it's just her and her husband. She just,
Yeah.
and he goes out to work. She's like, oh, well, if I'm by myself, it'll be all right. I mean, she's just so, to her, it's normal human, she's just so far removed, like things I fought for and thought I was like a trailblazer, she just, she's like, Mom, it's normal human physiology. It's really not that much more exciting than having a poop. She just, to her, it's like just this normal thing, and people should just get over it and remember that women around the world have babies and it's not a big event. So I learn a lot. I learn a lot from my own, from my own girls. She's just,
Don't we?
yeah, I wish I had that. She's just so steady. And I like to make it all happen, So yeah, she just does, it doesn't even occur to her that there's any complexity about it. It's just a normal thing. It'll
Yeah.
all be fine.
Yeah.
And it is. And she has these 10-pound babies, one after the other. And she had twins, and she's just something else.
Oh my goodness.
No, Becky, I'm looking at what you put back, but here's the thing. I told them it was possible, even though I didn't really believe it. I just walk around saying things are possible and pretending that I'm bold and have courage, and somehow they actually do.
But it's that synergy of the family, bringing together all these gifts, and God provides that for us, and like you said, we can learn so much from our children, even when they're, they don't have to be adults to learn from them.
Oh,
right?
no, I love little
You learn from them the day they bless your lives. Yeah.
That is the fundamental core of my whole educational philosophy, is that children are born persons.
Yeah.
They are already complete.
Yeah.
You're not there to.
And every one of them is gifted. And
so true.
So much to bring to the planet. Yeah. Well, our time is up. That was great. Thank you for sharing that. And if you could put that quote someplace, I'd love to get it, or just
it's on my Facebook,
okay.
On my personal Facebook.
Okay, I'll look. Okay, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
See you soon.
Bye.